It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it's second down coming up.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. That is exactly why you rally to the football. You got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Here's a screen for Achane. He's across the 35, inside the 45, and he gets this one down to the 27. It's a huge pickup on the play, and that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Running left, here's Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
Nickel set here from the Raiders. Third down. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's a part of the learning curve they're climbing.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 20-yard line.
And first carry here for Ashton Genty. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Going to the ground again on first. They're working a couple yards past the line. Jack Jones making that tackle. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. He'll call his own number. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air they go on second down. That's him on the quick hitter. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Genty from the gun. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he gets this forward to the 19. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forwards and an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Has it in close. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, his coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Fields this one at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down Miami.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Achane, a first down carry. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. And that's my guy Tonka Hemingway there for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Downfield, this finds Waddle. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Running with Achane here out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down by Nakobe Dean. 1-yard gain.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. It's an early lead for the Raiders. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Gets himself free. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Defended by DeCamerion Richardson.
Hey, get set.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pit him at their own 5-yard line. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And he's found many a gift in the end zone this season. As we work through December, he is currently tops in the league in rushing scores. First play is going to be a give to Jeanty. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from their goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 18, come.
Here's the throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Here's Algier on first down. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Cut out left. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
He'll work against the blitz. Brought in by his back here is Shenty. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
We've set of downs from 37.
Here we go, set. 72. Let's go.
They'll throw it here on first. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Looking to throw on third. Here comes a screen, Algier. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Going play action. Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Finds his back, H.N. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards. In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Collects this at the 32. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game. Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
70 Lions.
They'll throw 3rd and long. just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. A.J. Cole on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And that one drawn up to perfection. They're going to down this one at the 5. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
You know, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Still first down.
Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter first down. At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is a Dolphins first down.
They were nice enough to give you a shorter first down to begin the drive. Kind of rude, right, Kate? Not to accept the gift and immediately move those chains.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Pass cut by Smythe. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Go ahead.
Tua off the play fake. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be just one step away from that first down. They haul him down near the 31. Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Hard Rock Stadium after this. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. First down now, ball at the 33. Shotgun give here to Jeanty. Through the 35. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
They give to Algier from the gun. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Liking H. Hut, hut.
Jeanty is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Wilson with a return here. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start the drive with Achane. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. 2 and out from the gun. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So first down from the 41.
44.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Get set. All right, go ahead, go. Out.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Avoids the sack. Until it gets down safely with enough of that first down.
All right, let's go.
Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Forced out to his right.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Ready, shot.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play. And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the final play of our first half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So a 2-score game. The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these 2 teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Sanders all set to send it away. Israel Abanikanda on the return. Making some progress here. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This is Jeanty on 2nd. Jukes away from 1. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Raiders.
He's running it right on the option. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Jeanty. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders push their lead to 18.
Dolphins 3.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Wilson with the return here. Shoves him off. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. On first down, they're going to start out with Achan. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
2nd down carry for Achan. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at it and go make a point.
He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now 2 at a throw. Dump off caught by his back. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Dropped on that play by none other Brock than Tonka Hemingway.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Automatic 1st down.
A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there. Here's Tua again. Has a man. It's Achan. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Get set. 22.
Achan. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Ready.
Another for Achan. And he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3.
The tackle
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
On 3rd and goal, it's Tagovailoa. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dolphins start the second half with some needed points. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins make it an 11-point ball game. Sanders all set to send it away. Return starts at the 9. Showing a little burst so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Coming left is Genty. A lot of space ahead. Shoves one away. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and we see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. From the red zone now. Buying some time right. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage.
What a great moment to celebrate and possibly educate this rookie as well, Kate. That's just tremendous effort. He shows off the speed that he has. But they'll go look at those tablets. They'll figure out if there was somewhere to throw it. But he showed you right there when there's not. Well, this kid can run.
York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 18. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Miami offense headed out there now. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Short pass brought in. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air on 3rd and long. Waddle makes the catch. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
18!
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. They go play action with Tagovailoa. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
You're right here.
To the air yet again. Tagovailoa. On the move, headed right. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Sanders sends it through, and that lowers the deficit to 15.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. The offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That's Mayer. He's got it. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. And gain 11 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Raider 1st down.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger, go!
He's dropping back to throw. Finds a man, right side. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd down at their 48-yard line.
60 by 6.
Giving this to Jeanty. And he's going to have this one down in the 37. It's a gain of 15 there. And the Raiders are going to have their 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
We've set it downs from 37. Working on 1st down. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
From the gun on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue. That's why the QB had to get rid of it. While they're still in great shape to win this game, Kate, don't tell the kicker that. You know he's bummed with every miss. But with that miss, still 2-touchdown game, and one more stop here can very much end things.
Let's stick with Achan. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's all the way down at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it's going to be first down Miami. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. It's Achan on the inside give. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They'll go from the gun with Wilson. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of third down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
All right, come on.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. That one complete to Higbee. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that is a Dolphins first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Right.
Achan to the right. Running in the red zone. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on first. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Looking quickly here. Tua setting up to throw. Finds his back. Achan.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
Some movement there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd and long for him here. And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a 1-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Raiders 28, Dolphins 20.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hauled in, again it's Bowers. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles.
First and 10, he keeps it on the option. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the fourth. All right, here we go, second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It is caught left side. And this one does not go far. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Cougar 19.
Genty from the gun. And this one stopped fairly close to that first down. Good challenge, but they face fourth down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On comes Cade York. A lot riding on this kick. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Raiders up by 8. For the second time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. This kick from the left side. York knocks it through. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a two-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First
down, Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
An 8-yard loss brings up fourth down.
Desperation time here on fourth. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44.
27 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 44.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody.